You know, if we go in YouTube and we search for Quran and science, look at this, look. I mean, it's loaded, loaded. Look, even Lily J is here. Eesh.
Did I just find another miracle in the Quran? In the chapter called The Cave, it talks about the story where the sleepers, it says they slept in the cave for 300 years plus 9. Why would it say 300 years plus 9?
Why? Man, that's deep. Why it says 300 years plus 9? Not why not plus 2? J, Lily? ChatGPT, why the Quran says 300 year plus 9?
This is so confusing, but this is literally a miracle. One calendar year equals 365 days, right? But one lunar year, which is calculated by the moon, is roughly 11 days shorter. That 11 days, if you multiply that tiny little difference over 300 years, the total becomes exactly 9 years extra. 300 solar years equals exactly 309 lunar years.
Let me explain to you, Lily J. The stupid you did not notice that it's a story. It's a story from a Christian guy from Syria. He wrote it to tell them, have patience, things will change, and you will be victorious. But let me show you something in the Quran about this story. As long you are mentioning the cave story, I will send you back to the cave. In the story, let us go to the Quran. There's a miracle there. The stupid Muhammad, when he copied the story from the Syriac, he copied it from the Aramaic. And look what happened in the Arabic. So those 7 sleepers, those are Christians who went to the cave running away from an army. The army of a king who want to kill them because they converted to Christianity. So they went to a cave. I apologize if I cough from time to time. I think because it's springtime, I'm having allergy. Because my flu is gone, but still I'm coughing. So if you read here the story, the stupid Muhammad, he read the word in the Aramaic wrong. So here it says, وَكَلْبَهُمْ وَبَاسِطٌ ذِرَاعَيْهِ. The Arabic translation translated is, and their dog stretching its paws. That is a false translation. ذِراع in Arabic mean his arms. ذِرَاعَيْهِ, 2 arms. See?
His arms.
See how we got them busted? So how Muhammad he come to the conclusion that the dog have 2 arms? Because this is not a dog. The original story says that those angels, when they went to the cave, an angel appeared and he opened his arm, scaring the army, protecting them from the army. Not a dog, you idiot. So here in the story it says كَالِئَهُمْ, not وَكَلْبَهُمْ. And even the Muslims in their interpretation agree that the origin of this is كَالِئَهُمْ. كَالِئَهُمْ is the one who protect them and provide them, and that is an angel. This is why here it says, so he opened his arms. Dogs don't have arms. And what the dog arms will open, how that will protect how that will protect anybody from an army, a king, an army. A dog is opening his arm. If you change the translation, this is chapter 18, verse number 18. Look here what they did. They say he is stretching forth his his two forelegs. So this is not a miracle. This is just a stupid story in the mind of Muhammad. And supposedly those Christians, they wake up after 300 years and they find that the whole kingdom changed and everybody become a Christian. As usual, Muhammad, he copies stories from everybody. Everybody. So according to Lily J, this is a scientific miracle. Secondly, if we say 300, if we take all the difference between the lunar year and the normal year, let us see how that will be. Because she said 309 years. Didn't she say that? The Quran says so. So the stupid woman here, she is saying, oh, if we take the difference between the 309 years in the moon calendar and the normal calendar, we will find that the 9 years is the addition of the sun calendar. But that will be horrible, because that means Allah don't calculate time by the lunar year, because He considers that the sun year is a perfect one. If He calculated by the lunar time and He tried to make it equal to the sun time, that means it's not a 309 years, it is a 300 years, according to her calculation, which I don't really consider. If we ask ChatGPT, how many days between the lunar year and the sun year?
A lunar year, which consists of 12 lunar months, is approximately 354 days long. A solar year, which is based on the Earth's revolution around the sun, is approximately 365 days long. Therefore, the difference between a solar year and a lunar year is about 11 days.
All right. So the difference is 11 days. So if we go right now and we calculate, and we say 11 days x 300 years, no, we need what we need to do to see the addition as she is saying. So 11 days extra. So every year we have to add the lunar year. Yeah, I mean that will be 3,300 days divided to 365 days. That will be not 9 years, that will be 9 years and a half. Muhammad, he copied the wrong word, and this is why the Quran came in funny, because remember, according to Islam, dogs are najis, they are filthy. So how suddenly in the Quran the dog story appear? How suddenly the Quran says that the dog is a good guy and he is protecting those, and how the dog, he will open his arms for the 300 years. The dog is standing open his arms for 309 years and they are asleep. It's just a stupid story. Same time, in the Quran doesn't say we wake them up. It says, Ba'athnahum, we resurrected them. And they were, like questioning between themselves. For how long we are here? How long we stayed here? They said perhaps a day or a part. But here, there is something more funny about this story. Remember, it is Lily J, she mentioned it. So we have to cover all the story. One of the most funny thing in this chapter or this story is this part. They ask Muhammad, how many are they, the seven sleepers? How many are they, the seven sleepers? Muhammad, he do not know. So look what he said in the Quran. Some they say they were three, and their dog is number four. Now, linguistic way, this is absolutely false and wrong, because you're gonna say, and the dog is number four, because the dog is not there, is not a human. So you can say three human and one dog, but you cannot say three and the dog is the fourth. That is wrong in Arabic, that is wrong in English, that's wrong in any language. But okay, some they say they are three and their dog is the fourth. But some others they say they were five and the dog is number six, guessing at the unseen. Yet others they say they were seven and their dog is being the number eight. Say, Muhammad, now Allah telling him the number. Oh Muhammad, tell them, Allah knows, only Allah knows their numbers, and none knows those numbers but a few. So what is the number? Hilarious, stupid Muhammad. He's afraid to tell them what is the real number. So they will get him busted. He do not know the story perfectly. So in order to avoid answering the question, he said, some they say they are three and their dog is number four. But everybody knows that these are seven. I mean, the story of the seven sleepers is extremely well known long before Islam. Seven sleepers. Hey, how many are they, the seven sleepers, Muhammad? Some they say they were three and their dog is number four. Some they say they are five and their dog is number six. And here, by the way, did you notice the mistake? Anyone notice the mistake? Who noticed the mistake additional to what I just mentioned? Give me your idea. Anyone discover a mistake? Horrible mistake. Look what Muhammad did. He said, some they were three and their dog is number four. But then he said, right away he jumped to five. Some they say they are five and their dog is number six. Hold on. When they say some they were three, he's talking about the human, right? So the second number should be, some they say they are four and their dog is number five. And then some they say they are five and their dog is number six. And then some they say they are six and their dog is number seven. And then some they say they are seven and their dog number eight. Muhammad is so stupid, he don't know what to say. And until now, remember, the Quran saying it clearly, only Allah knows and few. So what is the number? As long already few, they knew the number. So what is the number? How come Muhammad could not give us the number? So as long as few, read carefully, some they knew the number beside Allah. So what is the number? I mean, is that a nuclear? Just tell us how many. Why you are mentioning some they say, if you will not even give us what the correct number? Is that a miracle or stupid? Muhammad trying to escape the embarrassment. Any Muhammadan? What is the number? Imagine you go to exam, and the exam they say to you the answer, the correct answer is either A, B, C, D, F. And then now you answer, so you can pass. You can say, some they say it is A, some they say it's B, some they say it is D, C, Phi, X, and Allah and me knows best. And now I passed the exam. I mean, why Muhammad is super smart? The intelligence of Muhammad is challenging. And yet the Muslim, they say that Muhammad was not taking cocaine. Your dummy prophet could not answer a very simple question. The 7 sleepers, how many are they? They told him already the number. But because he was afraid that this is a trap, as usual, so he decided to say some they say, some they say. Any Muslim knows how many the sleepers are?